Season to make money. Now Christmas approaches. We are all going to be getting excited about the different opportunities we have for this amazing period. And that is why in this video today, I am going to be sharing with you how to prepare and source for Christmas products to resell on Amazon with the 5 things to do when sourcing for the Christmas period. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now, doing online arbitrage for the last 4 years. And you know what, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller in the UK, and also as well, I've got another business doing the same business model, again in Amazon USA. But should we say, hopefully for me in the future, we are also looking to expand even further into another marketplace. So watch this space. Now look, if you are interested in learning how I did it and also what I am learning, then make sure you follow me on my journey about selling on Amazon, doing online arbitrage and everything else that I'm learning about the Amazon ecosystem, and hit the subscribe button down below, which is going to notify you when I release more videos to help you as well with everything that I've learned. So enough about me, what are we going to go through today? So first things first, number 1, I'm going to give you those 5 things to do when sourcing for Christmas products. Number 2, I'll share some top tips and tricks with you. So let's get into it now. Okay, so let's talk about now the 5 things to do when sourcing for the Christmas season. So let's jump straight into them and obviously give you a rundown. So first things first, number 1, on my list is to review the last Q4. So basically, what am I saying? Look back at your sales and your financial numbers over the last Q4, so this time last year, and it's going to be guiding you with certain questions you're going to be looking at, like what worked for you, what lessons did you learn? Look back at your Amazon business, your FBA business, your goals, and see how you did. See what really worked in that experience, and set yourself another goal for this year coming. And I cannot stress that enough. Goal setting is super, super key. Now, let's just say, for example, in our case, we'd seen that, in our last year, our top selling category were toys and games, beauty and grocery, and pet supplies was actually an interesting one, which we saw. Well, that being the case, what we want to do is we want to spend a lot of our time sourcing in those categories, because obviously last year they worked really, really well. Now, if you want to know what I have learned from, these categories that I mentioned about last Q4, what I'll do is I'll drop a link to a video up there called My Top Selling Categories in Q4. And obviously that's just going to help you with all the information we learned last year. So check that video out. That's going to really help you out. Now, the second thing is to do with, sourcing for products that are selling in the December period, which is like really core time Q4 Christmas buying. Now, you might be asked, how do you know if a product is actually selling in December or not? Well, basically, you can check the keeper graph to see if the products are selling in December. And what I'll do is I'll share an overlay around here of a keeper graph so you can kind of see what that looks like. Now, in this graph, what you're going to see and what you really want to be focusing on is that green line, which indicates, the sales movement of the product. And in the given graph, what you're going to be doing is by looking at the month of December, and you're going to be seeing that sales movement. And in particular, what you're trying to see is the sales, that green line going down. If it goes down, it means the rank is getting closer to 1, and it means the number 1 best-selling item, or closer to the number 1 best-selling item, and as a result, it means sales are increasing. So look for that in December, and that's probably going to give you a good indication in what's working. Now, the third thing which I'll do, or for you, is to check stores offering discounts. Now, the Christmas holidays are fast approaching right now when we're filming this, and so many stores are offering discounts, but also as well, there's going to be a lot more discounts coming up, and it's up to you to take advantage of those promotions, those sales, those voucher codes, which are going to reduce the prices of those products. And again, what does that mean? It makes it more profitable for you. So again, we are here to make money, and I say this all the time. So sourcing products with a low price, and even with a discount on top of the low price already, and reselling them on for a high price is the goal. It's going to make you the money. Now, for you, what I'd say is to get notified about different sales and even massive discounts, make sure you subscribe to the different stores, their emailing lists, so that you can get notified when sales are happening, and even they share some special promo codes for that as well. So do check that out. That's going to be really good for you. So sign up to their email list that you have. Now, the fourth thing to do is what I would really recommend is to buy as many of the good selling products as possible. Now, why do I say this? Well, look, considering the massive opportunity which Q4 is, to take advantage of the sales volume, and trust me, if you get the right products, giftable items, just goes through the roof, and you'll be amazed at how quick it sells. Now, during this Christmas period, it's because, like I said earlier, people are just buying gifts for, decorations, groceries, work parties, family parties. There's so many gifts to be given that they're just buying. So just be really mindful of that. Now, if you've got a lot of products on offer to sell, then you're more than likely to make more money. Obviously, it's going to increase revenues, and obviously at the right ROI, you're going to have good profits when you disperse your Amazon payments. Now, what I will say is, besides buying a lot of products to resell on Amazon, make sure you're also buying good selling products in this season. Why? It was because you don't want to be overstocking on products which are quite, not selling in this type of period. Why? They're going to incur you fees, they're not going to sell, and you're probably going to have hot stock for years to come, months if not years to come in the future. A good example would be that not everything sells really fast, but anything giftable, that's going to really help you out. But if it's not a giftable item or something you use over the Christmas period, you probably won't see sales increase. And to give you a great example, toilet bleach would be something I probably wouldn't be buying a lot of, generally speaking, because it's probably not going to be a giftable item. It's going to see an increase in sales. So just be mindful of that. Now, for the fifth and the final thing, what I will say is contact suppliers, speak to wholesalers in line with the goal of buying more products than usual. In our Amazon business, we're trying to communicate with our suppliers all the time. Why? Well, we found that there are retailers who will allow us to bulk buy. There are wholesalers who are selling the products that we want, that we've got. So you can get in contact with them and buy in bulk or arrange that. So just be very mindful of that. Now that leads me on to nicely chapter 2, top tips when sourcing for the Christmas period. So let's run through it now. Right, first things first, number one, what you want to be thinking about is I'd probably say avoiding products when Amazon is on the listing, and especially controlling the buy box in December. Why? Well, this is because Amazon a lot of the time just doesn't like to share the buy box, and we see that, and they'll usually have a lot of stock. Now, the second tip I'd recommend for you is if you are going to source for December in that Q4 period, always be checking that keeper chart in January. Now that's looking it up, going back to the whole 1 year, looking at January last year. Why? Well, this is because the last thing you want to do is have excess stock carried over from December into January and then realize it doesn't actually sell. Now, the third thing for you, what I'd say is kind of similar to 2, don't overstock. So do estimate how many you should be buying and how much stock you should buy. Why? Well, look, most likely you're probably going to have a challenging time selling the products that are solely for Christmas. I like Christmas decorations after Christmas, because they do sell, but they're just definitely not going to be selling in the same volume, and I promise you that. Now, for the fourth tip, in terms of what I'll say is in terms of shipping in the Christmas period, all items for you, what I'd really recommend is get them shipped. Pretty much anything just for Christmas, get it shipped. Generally you want to get it shipped at least by the first week of December, but the very latest, generally I pretty much cut off around about the 12th, maybe the 15th of December. That's pretty much my normal cutoff period. Anything with the word Christmas, or specifically for December Christmas period, 12th or 15th of December, get it shipped in. It's got to be gone by then. Now, the fifth and final tip is to take note of that all the Christmas products that need to be cleared down by the end of December, i.e. they're not going to be selling in January. So, some products like, we looked at it today, that very last example, that will sell in January, not a problem. But the other products, they will sell, but definitely not at the same velocity. Now, what I will say is after understanding the 5 things to do when sourcing for Christmas, you might want to consider learning about the different sourcing techniques to just help you out and up that Christmas game. So what I'll do is I'll drop a playlist around here called Sourcing 101. Check that out. But what I will say is if you've liked this video, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. It's going to help you out in your Amazon business. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.